So thank you so much for being here. Also with us is the visionary producer of the Baahubali films and universe, Shovu Yerlagadagaru of Arca Media Works. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Most loved panelist here on stage, SS Rajamouli Garu. Namaskaram, sir. Thank you so much for making your presence felt here in our beloved Hyderabad. With the release of Baahubali, Crown of Blood, the excitement in Hyderabad is palpable. Can you share with us your thoughts on bringing the iconic Baahubali universe to life once again? What was your thought behind making a prequel of this franchise into an animated series? So please, me thoughts share Chendi.
Andarki namaskaram andi. Okay. Well, it's a lot of thought that went behind in creating the Crown of Blood. Initially, when we started building the world of Baahubali for the films, as we started writing the pre-stories, the post-stories, the character arcs from beginning to the end, we realized there is so much more to be given to the audience in terms of the characters and the stories. In the West, there is the standard, or what do you say, the way that any brand is created, it immediately goes into multiple media. It automatically happens because it's quite established, and when a brand is building, how it can travel into different areas. But in India, we don't have that. If a film does well, it does well, and that's it. It finishes with that. But we didn't want to do that. We wanted to continue, but we didn't know how to do that. And we tried many ways. We tried to create games. We tried to associate with the right people. So it took us some time to find the right people. Of course, Sharath came in and he shared his vision of making animation big in India. It is surprising that the colorful world of India doesn't, the animation doesn't really go beyond children's cartoons. So he had a vision of like we have to bring animation like in the West, like in the Japan, and here he had the thought, and of course they also shared the same vision, but Hotstar also shared the same vision. Then we realized, okay, we have the right kind of people, so we associate with them, and they can take it forward. And then we had long story discussions with Sharath. It was very difficult decision for me to break myself from Baahubali and give it to Sharath and say, please take it forward from there. It's a very hard decision. Initially, I thought I wouldn't let him do anything with it without my consent. Then gradually I realized I have to let go. But before letting go, I took them through the process of how we made Baahubali. What are the characters, what are the conflicts, and if you have to take it out, you write any story you want, you create any characters that you want to. But there is a soul of Baahubali that resonated with the Indian audience or audience across the world wherever it played well. So I tried to explain them what that soul was. Yeah, he understood my love for the Baahubali characters and the story, and he grasped it, and he and his team worked beautifully, creating the characters, creating the story arcs, creating the character arcs, and they came up with Crown of Blood. I'm so happy the way it turned out.
We are truly honored, sir, and we are so looking forward to watch the series Baahubali Crown of Blood.
Incredible city of Hyderabad, and thanks to SS Rajamouli sir and Arca, it's always like a pilgrimage to me. This is the modern mecca of amazing storytelling for not just India, but all over the world. So really many times this is a job, and I'm here to just say things that I'm supposed to say, but this is a moment for me as a fan of Indian cinema, of storytelling on a global stage with origins and roots in our country, and therefore this is an incredibly emotional moment for me. This idea, like all great ideas, emerges with wanting to change something very fundamental, something really, really big, and in some ways, so the kind of movies that he has always made has been a point of incredible inspiration for all of us in this country and for Sharad and me. And one of the big things that we wanted to change in this country is that we wanted animation series to become hugely popular for adult audiences. There was a perception that animation meant cartoons, which was only supposed to appeal to young children, and Sharad and his team at Graphic India had a vision to change that and to use animation storytelling to make it powerful, make it emotional, imbue in it huge entertainment and amazing learning and an emotional connection that everybody across age groups could relate to. And that's where this idea started. It's been an incredible collaboration. And of course, anything that touches the world of Baahubali is always going to create a chord and also put tremendous responsibility. So I think we've sort of lived with that over a very long period of time, and proud to be here and hopeful that what has been created with so much love, with so much dedication, so much attention to detail, it also finds love with fans, with all of you.
Richness of the world you created, the amount of research and amount of story that was there far beyond what anyone had seen on the screen, that is also the reason the films were such a success. Because that love, that care, that attention is rarely brought by any filmmaker around the world before the film is made. I think the history of all of Indian cinema, and probably global cinema, will be defined as before Baahubali and after Baahubali. So the incredible honor to be able to work with everybody here on this stage and have this journey where we can try and do something different with animation for this country. Where, you know, I think the risk-taking you took in those films was the thing that we struggled to try and epitomize, as much as that soul of the characters and that heart that you really brought to them. I hope that the audiences find it well. Similar with Legend of Hanuman, I think in both this, we're trying to change the narrative in the country to not think of animation as a medium, but or as a genre, I should say, as genre only for kids, but a medium where the greatest storytellers can come and craft whatever story they want, a visual storytelling medium that can really express deep senses of emotion, characterization, drama, as sophisticated as any other live action medium that people will see. We have seen this in the rest of the world. You know, I will consider my life's work as a success. So, you know, and I will say from the start of this journey, Shobu, you know, has been really such a supportive friend, mentor, and helper in us trying to figure out how do we take those risks, how do we do something special, and how do we push the boundaries of this franchise, which is beloved by millions of people. And these characters touch everyone's heart. And with Sharad Kelkar's voice coming back to reprise the role of Baahubali, as so many people in the Hindi markets have heard him in that role and really associated with him, instantly we are hoping that people will feel that connection. You know, I had the great fortune of working together with him when he played Ravan in our Legend of Hanuman series. So, you know, he's played two of the most iconic, you know, roles. But such incredible gravitas to the work you bring, and I'm hopeful that the rest of India will see what we're trying to do with animation here as just something that is going to push the boundaries and allow a lot of young filmmakers, creators, and people across this country to tell their stories in this medium. And I just want to finally thank Gaurav, because I will say that without him, none of this would have been possible. It is very rare that the biggest animation company in the world, Disney, took a risk on an adult animation, pushing the boundaries, but it is also very much the DNA of someone like Gaurav, who really, I think, saw the potential early on and saw the power to promote this, just like he would any other big series to bring it to the market in that way and really showcase it in that way to the audiences. So, you know, in the history books, if animation ever does take off in this country, Gaurav, it'll be largely also because of your incredible role in allowing audiences to really experience it in this new way, and it has been an incredible honor, my friend.
And then there are there's VR games, books, and animation being one part of it that we wanted to explore and probably be one of the early tentpole franchises in India because of the thing. And the success of the films only gave us that much more courage and encouragement to do that. And I think animation and adult animation, adult meaning for a larger audience, not like the general audience when it's not so not just kids, but a broad spectrum of audience like Baahubali the films. That's been one of the areas that we felt the world of Baahubali can adapt very well to, and so audiences like the way I see there's a fans, or there are audience who want to watch animation and then watch films. There are audience who want to play games and then come into the world of Baahubali. There are multiple ways in which you can come into the world of Baahubali, and we felt you should explore all of these multiple avenues, and we still continue to, and this is one of those avenues, and we look forward and we see multiple other avenues going forward around the world of Baahubali. And and so we had the great opportunity to be associated with Sharath, who has tremendous experience in the world of graphic novels, animation, and going way back, and one of the early pioneers in that space. So like we said, we wanted to collaborate with like-minded, but also people who kind of understand the world and take the world with as much pride and love that we have for it. And we found Sharath in that, and through Sharath we were able to find Hotstar, Gaurav, and a team, and Hotstar, Disney Plus Hotstar, to come on board. And I think it's a wonderful win-win situation where everybody is have this beautiful product, and we're just looking forward to seeing it. Thank you.
Thank you.